There are few things I love more than watching an American citizen push back against a crappy politician. And with that, allow me to welcome in attorney Mark Geragos, who is suing the mayor of Los Angeles. Mark, thank you for joining me. Why are you suing the mayor of LA?
Well, he's in his infinite wisdom, without any scientific basis, he's decided to uniformly not just close all non-essential businesses, but close the beaches, close the golf courses, close virtually anything and everything without any basis upon which soever. So in order to collect on business interruption insurance, your other favorite industry, which is probably the insurance industry, we've had to sue both the mayor and the insurance industry to try to get them to admit that this thing is a business interruption and that they ought to pay for it. One or the other is going to have to pay.
Now, hold on. The insurance industry was trying to claim this wasn't a business interruption? Are you serious?
Not only that, but let me give you a little late-breaking news. I filed for DEC relief, which is declaratory relief, telling the judge, you got to decide this because the mayor is saying that this is a pandemic. The insurance company is saying that it isn't. You decided. So the insurance company didn't like the fact that we had sued for declaratory relief. So they sued the law firm this morning, if you can believe that. We pay them for decades. We asked them to take care of business interruption. And Travelers decides to not only sue, but on an earnings call, make a claim that this is how they protect their insurance.
Mark, I've asked this question, and I'm so thrilled you're here today because I genuinely want to know the answer. It just became, sadly, universally accepted across the country, state, local, federal level, of everybody just assuming the government actually had the authority to point their finger in your face and say, go home and stop earning a living. And I've asked this question repeatedly. I can't seem to get an answer from anybody. How's that legal? How is it legal for the mayor of LA to order anybody to go home and stop earning a living?
This is really unprecedented. There's never been a situation where they've quarantined virtually everybody, whether you're sick or not sick, whether they've decided one way or another without any scientific basis. Remember, less than 3 weeks ago, we weren't supposed to wear masks. Now we're supposed to wear masks. Less than 3 weeks ago, this couldn't be transmitted through the air. Now through the air. Less than 3 weeks ago, we were talking about antibodies and whether or not whether we were immune, whether there was herd immunity. Now they don't know. In California specifically, they keep claiming, well, it's been victory because we flattened the curve. I think that there's just as much evidence that coronavirus had already come through California months ago, and we had developed the antibodies then, and that's why you don't have the same reaction that you do in New York and other hotspots. None of this is based on science, unfortunately. All of this is just based on political kind of the idea of pandering, political pandering.
I have heard what you just said from multiple of my friends who live in California. Can you walk me through that? Why do you think it came through California? What are you talking about?
Well, for one thing, we had back in late November, December, and going into January, one of what people were calling one of the worst and most severe flu seasons of all time. And people have, at the time, didn't associate it with the coronavirus. Mind you, where else would you expect the Chinese virus to appear but in LA or San Francisco? We are the entrance to Asia here in Los Angeles at LAX or in San Francisco at the International Airport. We're on the West Coast. Now, looking in retrospect, there was a study that came out yesterday in LA County. All of a sudden, they've started testing and they see that all kinds of LA County residents, a very high proportion, have the antibodies to the virus already in their system, which is what we've been saying for 4 to 6 weeks. And people were mistaking. I think there's just as much science for the proposition that we've already gone through what is the virus outbreak here in California, and that these overreaction by the political potentates has just done nothing but try to kill the economy. Now we've got a mayor who not only without any science has bulldoze sand into skate parks, has had people arrested who were on the beach by themselves, but now announced yesterday in the city of LA State of the City speech that he's going to furlough tens of thousands of city workers, all because he didn't have any idea what he was doing, that he had no scientific basis, but he reacted like a Pollyanna or a Chicken Little with the sky is falling.
Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.